Hey there, friends. It's your Bad Couch Guru, Lynn Limburg, and today we are going to face it. That's right. Today is about tough love. We've been in quarantine for a couple of weeks, and a lot's been going on, and I want to talk to a specific group of us out there. Now, this tough love is not for my healthcare providers and everybody on the front line. So those of you who are working in hospitals, working in grocery stores, working, in a trucking line, delivery services, whatever it is, if you are considered an essential service and you've been out working, you've already faced this and you're there. So you're off the hook for this one. This is for all my other friends out there, and there's a lot of us who are fortunate enough to still have our jobs, to be working from home, which can be a total pain and tough if it's a new change. Any new change is hard. But for those of us who are seeing a lot of chaos on the news, but our lives in and of itself is actually still really good. We still have shelter. We still have food. We still have friendships. We still have internet. If you're listening to this, you clearly still have internet. That's who we're talking to today. And part of this is because it's been near and dear to my heart too, looking at what can I do, and I need to really face my reality. So here's what I want you to do. Number one, let's honor the reality that we have today. Let's get really super objective and say, what is our own personal reality today? My reality is I'm still running Couch to Active and still doing 2 podcasts, but my kids are grown. They're taking care of themselves. I'm staying healthy. And so I have time, I have space where I can actually help others. So rather than just binging on more Netflix, which you guys know, I love my Netflix. What I'm doing is I'm taking that time to exercise a little bit more, not more intensely, but more time. And I've found a place where I can volunteer. I'm actually helping to sew masks because that's a skill I have, is sewing. And so I'm facing that reality that I really can contribute and I really can do more. And then the second piece is I want every single person, whether you're on an essential service line or not, to then look at your reality and say, you know what? Even if things are really tough, it is okay to still have some fun within the midst of it all. And it is okay to turn up the music and dance in your house for a while. It is okay to call a friend and just laugh about, all kinds of virus memes and jokes or whatever to just blow it off. It's okay to do that. It's okay to have moments of happiness in the midst of all that. And the reason I say that is because sometimes we think to ourselves, oh my gosh, I am, doing well, or I'm doing horribly, and for me to have fun or for me to do something fun would in a way dishonor all this hard, horrible stuff. And what I'm saying is, no, there can be moments in between all of it where you do have some fun and you're able to honor it, where you do go out and get some really great exercise when it's sunny and love that moment, and then still deal with, friends who are sick or other issues going on in your life. It is okay to have both. In fact, you should. And part of the reason I say this is because when I went through my really tough, I call my dirty 30s, I learned that in the midst of so many people dying and a divorce and moving and losing my job and having a sick child, in the middle of all of that, I somehow had this aha moment where I learned I could still have some joy in there, some moments of joy. And then I'd go back to, the world's falling apart. But I could still have some joy and moments. And 10 years later, 15 years later, I look back and I say, wow, those joyful moments, I kind of forgot that they were in the midst of all this turmoil, but I still have that memory of that joyful moment. So that's number 2. And number 3, a message from all of us who've what I call been to hell and back already in our lives. And it really builds resilience. And we look back and say, wow, if I did that, I can get through anything. And it's a gift in a way. And so when I look back, I say like, oh my gosh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be hard, but I can still get through it because I've been through way worse. And so it's going to be perfectly fine in the end, even if it's not perfectly fine. So friends, here's what it is. I want you to face it. I want you to look at what you can do today in terms of exercise in your life, and I want you to do it. Quit making excuses. I want you to give yourself some tough love today, and then tomorrow we'll look at something else that's a little bit more restorative. Alrighty, bye-bye now. Exercise should not be dreadful, but getting off the couch is the hardest thing we do. And so, Couch to Active has an all-new website to match our all-new world we live in now. Head over to couchtoactive.com and finish step number 1 today. Did you know that Couch to Active has an app? It's the easiest way to keep track of and follow the Couch to Active podcast. So head on over to your app store, and it doesn't matter whether you're on an iPhone, a tablet, or an Android device. Search for Couch to Active, that's T-O Active. Download the app and check it out. Bye-bye now.